dear respective football fans, KlarseSport Podcast, and today's podcast will be a Q A, questions and answers. And today's question put forward to me was, why is it I don't find Thiago Alcantara a top world-class player? And the reason being is pretty simple. What does he do? Now, when I say what does he do, I'm going to go into it so all the people listening can get a very good insight of what I mean. Now, we'll start with when he was at Barcelona. He was a young kid, amazing footwork and a silky pass. Beautiful technique. I won't take that away from the guy. He couldn't break into the first team for Barcelona, so he moved on and went to Bayern Munich. Now, since he's been at Bayern Munich, what has he done that's been different than what he was doing at Barcelona? He's still got a silky pass, he's still got beautiful technique, and he's got amazing footwork. But let's look at the facts. When has he ever been a top assist leader or top assist provider, however you want to put it? Never. And this ain't just in 1 season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons, 4 seasons. This is 5+ seasons. Never been a top assist leader, provider, sorry to speak. Doesn't get any important goals. Never been a top goal scorer. However, you always got the fanboys that will say, okay, it's not his job to score the goals. But as a central playing midfielder, it is your job to provide assists for the strikers or the wingers. Now, Thiago lacks this. And like I said, this is in numerous amount of seasons. It isn't just 1, 2 or 3. On top of that, when has he ever been the best player in the league? The best midfielder in the league? Never. When has he ever took a game by the scruff of the neck, an important game? Not a game playing against Cologne or Hamburg or some low-level team that stand for nothing, where Bayern are just whipping their ass 5-0, 6-0. No, a top team. When has he gone in the Champions League and made a statement? Never. He always has fancy footwork. So what you get from Thiago is you'll see him in a match and he nutmegs a guy, or he brings the ball down beautifully and you think, wow, how did he do that? Okay, what else does he bring to the game? Absolutely nothing. When do you remember Thiago providing some key assists to Lewandowski in a top game? A game that meant something. Like I said, not against Hamburg and Cologne. Never. And saying that, Bayern, as we know, not taking nothing away from them, they are the best team in German history, yeah? They destabilise every team that seems like they're going to be a threat towards Bayern. We've seen it in previous years when they took Goetze, they took Lewandowski. Why? Because Dortmund were applying so much pressure on them and stole the league away from them twice. They got scared, so they thought, what's the only way we can beat them? We got to destabilise their team and take their best players. But I'm not going to go into that. But the reason why I did just bring that up, just to make you guys aware that this guy is playing for the best team in Germany, even one of the best teams in the world, yet you can't come up with the goods to be the top assist provider. That speaks volumes to me, because Ozil, when he was playing at Werder Bremen, he got top assist provider. De Bruyne, when he was playing for Wolfsburg, up to this day, he still holds the record for top assist provider. The most assists, in a single season. He still holds that record. I think it's 21, if I'm not mistaken. 21 assists. And look how long, ask yourself this, for all you people that think I'm talking nonsense or whatever, how long has De Bruyne been playing for Man City? And there's your answer there. So isn't that embarrassing that since De Bruyne has left Wolfsburg and been playing for Man City, Thiago still hasn't even become a top assist provider? That right there speaks volumes. If that isn't enough evidence, then please tell me what is. And just to touch on what I was speaking about earlier when I said he's never been considered the best central midfielder in his league, let alone in the world. So when has he ever been the best central midfielder in the entire Bundesliga? Because I don't remember this. Never. When has he ever took a game by the scruff of his neck? Never. He's made so many other people come into the limelight and make him look so small. And it isn't just me that feels this way. Since you guys seem to think, well, not you guys, but the guys that were giving me all the stick on Twitter saying I don't know what I'm talking about, why is it You put me aside just put me aside for 1 second. The Barcelona staff feel this way about him, and the Spanish national team staff feel this way about him. How can we all be wrong? You ask yourself that. That's 3 different sets of people. So that's myself, the Barcelona people, and the Spanish national team coaches and all them managers and stuff, the staff, yeah? We all feel this way about him. How can we all be wrong? You ask yourself this. If you as a person get sacked from 3 different jobs, is it you or is it them? You ask yourself that. Remember, being sacked from 3 different jobs, can you blame all the managers or are you the person with the problem? You ask yourself that, guys, please. And another reason why I'll never rate Thiago, you take his competitors, for instance, because this is how you judge a player, how great they really are. You put them up against great players, like when we do the Ronaldo versus Messi and all these kind of comparisons we put out there. You got guys that play in the middle like your Kantes, your Busquets, Vidal, Modric, Cruz, Pogba, Rakitic, David Silva, Coutinho. So that's 9 players, including Thiago makes 10. Now let's get into this. We'll start with Kante, because a guy on Twitter told me he believes Thiago is better than Kante, which is a laughable offence in my eyes. Or in anyone's eyes that doesn't need to go to Specsavers, it's a laughable offence. Now Kante came from Leicester, dominating in Leicester, made his move to a bigger club, which is Chelsea, dominating. Now there has been seasons where Kante has been the best central midfielder in the Premier League. And that's a fact. That's not my opinion, that is facts. When has Thiago ever made an impact for his team the way Kante has made an impact for Chelsea? Never. If you took out Kante and swapped him with Thiago, Chelsea fans wouldn't be happy, because he doesn't offer anything but a silky pass and a beautifully looking 5-yard ball. That's all he offers, yeah? And the first touch that looks very silky. Now, if you put Kante in Bayern Munich, do you know that the Bayern fans would never ever remember that Thiago even played for them? So that's just to end that Kante is way above him. On top of it, what on earth does Thiago do on the international stages? Absolutely nothing. His greatest international performances was the under-21s. That is sad. And when they won it, just to spice it up for you guys, he wasn't even 21 or under. He was older. I think he was about 23 playing with under-21s. That's how sad this guy is at football. On top of it, let's go on to Busquets. I don't think Busquets is the greatest out there. Yeah, he plays in a world-class team, so he looks better than what he is. But let's get it right. The Spanish national team would still rather choose him over Thiago. Now, I know some people are going to say, oh, but that's just favoritism. All right, let's go into the facts. The facts is, can you tell that Busquets is on the field when he's playing? Yes. He doesn't go missing. He hits people a lot. He makes sure he does, gets up people's asses, rattles their cage, kicks people a lot. He's a nuisance. On top of it, he can play football, so he can pass a 5-yard ball. All Spanish players are quite silky. It's just the way they've been coached to be silky and look the part. So he can do all that, but he can hit a man, and he's a presence. Way more than Thiago, yeah? Same reason why Thiago couldn't even get in the team that he starts for. So that's that case closed. We'll go on to Vidal. Has he fallen off? Yeah, he has. He has. Because you always got the smart ass person that says, well, Vidal fell off. Yeah, he did. But Vidal at his highest of heights, when he was in Juve, he was running the show. Thiago's nowhere near him. International stage, please, we don't even have to go there. Him, Vidal and Alexis Sanchez single-handedly won 2 back-to-back Copa Americas with average players around them. Could Thiago do that? No, he couldn't. And that's not my opinion, that is facts. And also, when Vidal made his move from Juventus to Bayern Munich, while Thiago was still present there, he bossed the midfield. And Vidal was always coming out the better of the two. between him and Thiago. He was always coming out the better of the two. Everyone remembers the nights of Vidal scoring amazing top goals in the Champions League against top English sides. And that's a fact. It's not my opinion. Modric, Kroos and Pogba, do I really have to go into that? Do I really have to do that? Okay, I'll do that just to make it look even worse for Thiago. Modric, he's better than him at every single thing. I don't even need to go into it. He's better than him at everything. Whoever doesn't think that, forget about football, take up another sport. Kroos, better than Thiago at every single thing. Pogba gets a lot of stick from Man United fans, but think about this. Pogba, this is Pogba at his worst, yeah? He's still, at his worst, doing better than Thiago. And this is Thiago's best. So now you tell me, am I right or wrong for not rating Thiago as a top world-class player? Now we'll go on to Rakitic. Has he gone down the pecking order? Yeah, he's fallen off a bit. That happens. But Rakitic on the international stage done well. Scored in the World Cup. Some good goals in the World Cup. He helped Modric to push the team further. Done very well. When Barcelona first bought him, did I rate him? Not really. I thought, just an average player. He won me over. Scored in the Champions League final. Something Thiago cannot do and will never do. Scored some important goals in the Champions League and in La Liga. Held down a first team spot for a long while. Until of recent times. Much better than Thiago. And can pass a silky 5-yard ball like Thiago. Who else? David Silva. Now this made me laugh when someone on Twitter told me that Thiago was better than David Silva. I'm telling you now, David Silva in his 30s, Thiago cannot clean his boots. David Silva, silky as well, that Spanish way of playing is better than Thiago at every single thing you name. I'm not even going to go into it because it will be embarrassing. And then you've got Coutinho, another up and down guy. Going down the route of Thiago, just looks silky. But when Coutinho puts on a Liverpool shirt, Thiago could not even stand nowhere next to him. The goals that we've seen Coutinho score for Liverpool, amazing goals. We've all seen the 20-yard screamers. We've seen them. Don't have to go into it. We've seen them annihilate some of the top teams in the Premier League, some of the top defenders in the Premier League. So with that being said, these are all the people and all the competitors that you class in the same boat as Thiago, and he doesn't come close to any of them. So that's my case closed, and that's why I don't rate him.